What's up, guys? We back at it like a crack addict. You heard me? We back at it like a crack addict. Don't know if y'all know much about the progress on the car or where y'all might be in the story of the DSM, but here she is. I'm gonna give y'all a little look over the car. Here we go. Alright, so hopefully you saw the progress on the car so far. Tonight is a little Tuesday night seamless type of deal, so I've just got a couple hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays that I get to get some stuff done. I'm going to install the new ECU, the DSM Link, get my AFR wired in right there. It's just one wire I've got to do, and then I've got to swap some pins because the DSM Link ECU that I'm using is a 1990 and this car is a 91, so there's just two pins that you've got to swap over, and then you're good to go. And then we're gonna set the base tune, all that good stuff. I've already set the fuel pressure where I want it. I'm at 45 PSI just for right now until we start playing with things. So the first stage I'm gonna be doing is setting all my sensors where they need to be reading with the car not running, with the throttle completely closed and all of that. And then we're gonna go from there. Let's go, let's check it out. I forgot to mention that there's a little bit of a common wiring problem with the 1G DSMs when it comes to the fuel pump. If you're a DSM guy, you already know what I'm talking about. And I am an electrical / wiring guy, like through and through. You know what I mean? Like that was definitely my strong suit when I was a mechanic. And being a mechanic in general is like one of my strong suits that I really understand. I don't like whenever we don't have full battery power to the things that we need full battery power to, especially electronic motors, okay? So the fuel pump most of the time is getting robbed power by the way it's ran with its circuitry to where it's getting less than battery voltage all the time. I don't like that. Well, guess what? I've relocated the battery, right? So the fuel pump's back here anyway, right? Excuse the mess, but this is the battery relocation. Okay, it's a new location for the battery. Got the grounds here, you know what I mean? Tested, it's all working good. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is the battery's there, fuel pump is here. I'm going to do what everybody else does, but I'm going to run it straight from the battery here. It's going to be an easier route for me. I'm going to run my own relay from the ignition and everything and run straight battery power straight to the fuel pump whenever I turn the ignition switch on. That way we've got battery power, and that way I've got more power, baby. I can't take claim for that term. Anyway, so we're gonna have more power, which means that the fuel pump will get everything it needs to do its job, and we shouldn't have fuel pressure issues unless we're just running out of fuel pump and we need more fuel pump. And we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyway, that's what we're doing right now. I am robbing some stuff from a thing I deleted. I deleted the all of the AC stuff, right? The AC fan clutch and all that good stuff. When it comes to this here, I deleted it. So I went ahead and used, I've got a relay here as well, and then I went ahead and used some of the pins that were already there so that I can pin it. You've got your control side here, and you've actually got your power side here. And so we're going to wire that in, and that way we got more power to the fuel pump. Alright guys, so got the fuel pump rewired. I'm going to show y'all what I did here. So What's cool about these terminals that I got is that I can add little terminals, ground and power. So I did it on the power side, obviously, because we wanted to get straight battery power, right? So we're there. Anyway, ran it, tucked it, because these panels are going to go back on eventually. Tucked it, and then now here we are. So fuel pump right here. This wire here, the black with the white tracer, is our power wire. When I probed this originally, as it was priming and everything, and I was turning it over, I was only getting about 9 volts. That's not good. This motor needs to get battery voltage, okay, for us to get the most pump out, most fuel pressure, and just get the most out of our fuel pump. All right, so did that. So went here. This is straight up a straight line I made to the relay, okay. And then on the other side of that same pin for that relay is battery power that I have wired in, okay. And I did it the lazy way, not completely lazy. It's the right way, but it's a lazy way. I did it with the solder connectors. So basically solder with heat shrink on them, which is awesome. Anyway, I reused a relay that we had in the car already that I'm not using anymore. So I think it's the defrost relay. So use that, ran battery power straight to one side of the pole, and then I ran the other pole here. And then if you'll look, the wire that I cut for here is straight off of the fuse block up there up front, so, or off the ignition switch. So what I did was I ran that other side that I had cut off to the relay to control the relay. So the relay is grounded at all times here, and let's see if I can focus better. The relay is grounded at all times right there where that nut and screw is. So now as soon as you hit power that relay, it activates and sends the fuel pump power. And if that all seemed like mumbo jumbo to you, holler at me if you want to do this mod, if you need to do this mod, or if you just want to know more about it. Hit me up. I don't mind answering DMs and showing you guys what's going on. We're starting to run out of time. That's okay though. I'm gonna get this ECU pulled out and get the new one installed if I can, and get that AFR wired on along with the pins changed, and then I'm gonna head out. So in order to put a ECU from a 90 DSM into a 91 DSM, you've got to swap out 2 pins, pin 6 and pin 14. Pin 6 is for the mass airflow sensor, and then pin 14 is for the idle switch. Those are the differences between the 90 and 91 as far as pin location goes with ECU. I had to do that because I got a DSM Link from a 1990. Doesn't stop me or hurt me any because I already know how to do wiring and stuff like that. Like I said, it's not a big deal. You're just popping out pins and swapping places on 2. That's it. And then you're good to go. So I'm not going to go into too far detail on that, but I did want to show you guys what's going on. Maybe y'all can watch for just a second and see what's up. See how this is done. So I pulled that out. That there's a little retainer. Let's see. I'm trying to get it better. Boom. Easy. There we go. Boom. So they're out, and so you're just going to swap locations. It's as simple as that. So we'll take and we'll put this green one here. And this location. I might have it upside down. Yeah, I did. So we'll put the 6 slot in 14. It's snapped in. We pulled on it, got an affirmative click. And then we're going to take 14, this green one, and we're going to put it in slot 6. They'll do it upside down again. Nope, I did it right the first time. Just like a USB port. You never get it right the first time. Now we'll get the slider retainers back in and call it good on the swap. Easy as that. I mean, super simple. Boom. It's really fast. So, if you're contemplating on buying a DSM Link and it's between a 90 and a 91 and you've got the other car, don't hesitate. Just get it and you can swap those. It's no problem. It's the only difference. Alright, let's move on to installing this thing. Alright guys, well, like I said, I got the ECU installed, got the wires all swapped over. Went to hook up to the laptop and it's not seeing the ECU, but that's a driver issue. I guarantee you it's a driver issue. So I'm taking the laptop home tonight. It's been a late night. Taking the laptop home tonight. I'm going to get the driver set up, bring it back out here, try again Thursday night. Another thing I noticed when I swapped it over is that my starter stopped working, stopped engaging. So I swapped back ECUs just to mess around, just to see what's up. Just to make sure it wasn't the ECU I put in there that was a problem, but it wasn't. So checked power at the starter, it's there. Checked power at the signal wire for the starter, and I'm only getting barely 1 volt there whenever I turn on the ignition. So I got to figure that out, whether it's a relay shorted or whether it's a wire shorted. Something's going on there where it's only providing 1 volt of power, which is not going to engage that starter at all. So we'll figure that out on the next one. But that's going to be it for the night, guys. Maybe y'all got some info, maybe you didn't, but it's cool to just keep y'all updated on the status of the DSM and kind of what we're doing. So with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next episode of the Seamless Garage. Later.